Well, hello everybody. It's Thursday, and I just thought today we would check in, see what's going on. You know, it's before a holiday weekend. We have an event tomorrow, and then Memorial Day weekend. I hope everybody's got some fun things going on. And I thought I would just give you some hints or talk to you a little bit about what do you do when it's time to make a big project, okay? And you've got to cut all the pieces and get them ready. And what if I can't do it all at one time? So I thought that I would share kind of what I do. Grab one of my projects and just hold it up and just kind of show you actually. And if you have any comments, pop on with a comment. Let me know you're out there, where you're at, what you're doing, maybe what your plans are for the weekend. Are you doing something fun? Are you going away? So just thought I would share. First up, though, is tomorrow we have our Let Freedom Ring workshop. This is going to be a fun workshop with Hoop Sisters. They're actually, we're hosting it, and it's going to be on in a Facebook group. So yeah, you got to have Facebook, but it's our private Facebook group that we have with Hoop Sisters. Your bonus designs are there. Yay, your free design. Sent out an email to everyone in our database to go check it out and see. You can order this after it starts. So if you want to check it out and say, I don't know if I want to make that, I don't know if I want to do Hoop Sisters, you've got the link. Go check it out tomorrow and see. And then if you want it, we have a couple designs available, and we have a couple of the fabric kits if you want them. You can choose your own fabric. When you go on to the Facebook page, it gives you a list of supplies. And I believe if you go on to our page to register, I think the supply list is there too. But we put together some kits. I actually used some of my favorite Kingstar metallic thread, and I'm even thinking there's some little circles on there that I might even go back and use my rhinestones to really bling it up a little bit. With Hoop Sisters, all of the quilting is included, so there's no extra quilting charges, no extra quilting that you have to purchase. And look at that little rocket design. You could use that on something else as well. And you've got the little corners. Oh yeah, those could certainly be used. I added a little bit of the iron-on foil. So the heat transfer foil on mine. I think in the kits we had silver leather, so we put some silver. So you've got some sparkle. That's the fuse for the rockets. All that extra stitching. It's just really fun. It's not too and you can get it done. You could literally get it done in the workshop. Starts about 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. There's going to be a welcome. You can come and go because it's on Facebook, in our Facebook group. And then throughout the day they've got a couple videos that will stay. So if you can't be there or you miss part of it, don't worry, or if you're traveling, I know some people are traveling and won't be back until next week. It's okay, because it's going to be there for you to be able to have access to it. So that's just something that's really fun, cool. I'm hoping that maybe I get some comments. So before I forget, I don't write this stuff down. I really should. I am going to flip over here because this is a Hoop Sisters project, and there's actually quite a bit to it. And let me just show you what I do. Everybody can do their own, do their own thing. But what I do is I do have some of these boxes. Flip this up a little bit so you can see. There we go. See my messy table? So I do have some of the plastic boxes, but if you don't have plastic boxes, you can use Ziploc bags, or I even use some of these plastic sheets. You can even write on those with your the whiteboard markers, so you can even write on it. But on this particular one, and we do have some more of these available. This is a shop exclusive Hoop Sisters Splendid Star. It just started again in our Facebook group or in their group, you can have access to the videos. So you can do it on your own, or you can do it as a project. This is just one of the colorways. But I picked my colors. On my first page, I cut little snips of the color and laid it down so that I knew what, which fabric I was using. This takes 4 fabrics. Then you have a back, which I always wait till the end to pick my back. Sashing, I haven't picked that because I'm actually going to do a whole piece backing on mine, like my traditional quilting. And then the binding. So I laid that out. I picked my threads, wrote down the colors, and this is just my reference. If I made any changes, I make a few little notes. I tend not to print out all of the pages because I use my iPad or my computer to do the stitching portion. But what I did is, after I did this, okay, we got that, I keep a bag of all of the leftover pieces. So as I cut for my project, whatever pieces I have left over, I have a bag full of those just in case, I need to go back, I come up short on something, I have that. I've got my fabric, whatever the big pieces are that are left over for my binding, and extra pieces. We always have extra, so I keep those, all of it together. Then what I do is I take, and for each one of the blocks, okay, each one of them, just as an example, here's one. I've got a couple of them that are finished and some that aren't, but I have cut here. This is block A2 and B1, just like I said, as an example. This are the blocks. It tells me how many I need of each one. I have cut all my pieces right here. Here's all my fabrics. Just fold it up. This one I've just got it folded so I keep them, separated. Then the blocks themselves, I have 2 of them stitched out. In the border, in your water soluble or friction pen, I write the number of the block. That's just an A2, and it's written in the border. Of course, I hit it with an iron, it's going to disappear, but it's no big deal because it's just in the border. But I know what that block is, and it'll make it so much easier whenever I go to, work on it and when I'm ready to assemble. So I just take that and I've got it in here. I've got all of them, so I can just pick up one. I keep my USB with the designs in there, and I can just pick up, well, which one do I want to work on today? All right, if I want to do borders, it says I have to stitch 4 each. Here's my fabrics already cut. So whether I stitch all of them or just a couple of them, it's okay because I've got them, and then I just put them back in the box. Here's one here. I've got 2 of them. I think 2 border feathers now. This one is done. I had to stitch 4 of this block, so I wrote the word done and put a check mark. For me, it just makes it easy. I mean, you can do whatever you want, but this just makes it easy. And I just want to show you too with these designs. So now I've got their 4 completed, it's folded up. They're all cut the way they're supposed to with my by George cut ruler written on there, so I know what they are. But the fun thing with some of these blocks is you can take them, and if you don't want to do the entire project, look at this. I can take and turn these 2 around. Oh, I've got a triangle in the middle, triangle there, a triangle here. Now look, I have a pillow. Or I have a larger block if I want to do a table runner. So there's so many different options with one of the designs, one of the quilt designs, so many different things that you can do. And stitch 4, that was this one right here. Yeah, my star. So I've got this, it's all done. I've got a long way to go, but Here's another one. This one's kind of fun because I happen to know that these are part of the butterflies. But again, you can take, and it totally changes it up. If I take 4 of those and just put them together like this, it does go in here one way or the other. You can kind of play around with them. So you can match them up so that you have them matched like this. This way. There we go. You just got to kind of play with them. Oh yes, look at that. Now look at that design. That's part of a butterfly, but if I used it like this, who knows? It's a different block. So, don't be afraid to play around and experiment with them. So this is an ongoing project. It is, to get it, you have to get it through the shops. The fabric, you can use your own fabrics, or we're happy to help you. You can tell I've got I do have some tan in there, but I've got the blues because that's what I like. I like the, all the quilting on the back. So I just wanted to share that with you so you could see how, it's just an easy way to, keep track of things. So, if you've got a comment, be happy to hear it, to see what, what you're doing, what's going on. Other things, we had a really, really good class yesterday on our table runner. Let me see. And I just want to tell you some things that everybody learned, and I know some of you may have looked at it and thought, well, maybe it's not for me, or I'm already have done IQ and my design center and I feel comfortable with it. Well, that's great, that's awesome. I hope you're using it, but this is what they worked on yesterday, using embroidery couching. Now I will tell you that if you have some of the like Destinies and Dreams and Meridians and Pathfinders and those, there is a tab on your front page that has open designs. It may be on the newest machines, they're called bobbin work, not bobbin work, they're called couching, but on some of your other machines it's called bobbin work embroidery. So check those out because you can do reverse bobbin work. We had one girl in class that had a Dream machine, and that's the way she was able to do her design in the middle. We did them, and this is just a little couching lesson on the top. But again, this is one of the designs that's built in with the open with the yarn. She did it as reverse bobbin work. So it pays to come to classes, because when you do and you have questions, you have a different machine, we figure it out. So with that being said, my survey question of the day, and you can please send, either respond here or send us an email. I am in the middle of, I've got books laying out everywhere, coming up with some more IQ My Designer classes, and those will be for anybody that has a machine with the IQ and the My Design Center. Did you know that you can scan your fabric and be able to draw around and fill in and custom quilt places on your fabric? Yeah, you can do that. Did you know you can take one of your favorite drawings from the kiddos, grandkids, whatever, and turn it into an embroidery design? Yeah, you can. Did you know you can take your stylus and draw right on your screen like an iPad and then turn it into an embroidery design, all from your machine without all the extra expensive software? Now, software, I have tons of it. There's lots of different softwares out there. But trying to help you with what you have in your machine, that there are things that you can create on your own. So that's I wanted to share that with you, and just kind of get you excited. And if you have Lumineers and Solarises, you can use the app. There's an app for on your phone where you can take a picture and send that design over to your machine wirelessly. Yeah, you can do that too. You can make your quilt labels. You can trace. There's just so many things that you can do. So be looking. We're going to have an IQ My Design Center club with some little lessons and how-tos. So I hope you'll be interested. If you've got a specific question, send it in the comments. And I hope everybody has an awesome Memorial holiday. I know when we grew up north, it was the beginning of summer. Even though sometimes the weather wasn't very nice, it was always the beginning of summer. 4th of July was the center, halfway through, and then Labor Day was the finish part. In Florida, we're in summer most of the time, so, which I'm not complaining. It's absolutely awesome. But get out, do something, have a great time, be safe, and we will be back and see you next week. So let's all go sew something.